Oh, believe it or not, this is going to sound weird, but it's WrestleMania 4.
Really?
Yes, because it wasn't a big, crazy looking bump or anything like this. Uh, Let me put it to you this way: I have taken the 747 by the One Man Gang, which was the first ref bump I ever took on television. Yes, um, I have gone through a table during a hardcore match with Bad News Brown and Randy Macho Man Savage.
Nice.
But at WrestleMania 4, during the tournament, the Intercontinental match with Brutus the Barber Beefcake and the Honky Tonk Man,
Hmm.
there's a spot where Brutus gets Honky in the sleeper. Jimmy Hart pops up on the apron. So I go to him and try to convince him to get down. And when I turn my back, he waffles me with the megaphone. Now he doesn't hurt me, but when I take my face plant, my hands slide out, my chin hits the canvas, and because we're right by the ropes, that's the hardest part of the ring. The stiffest. It hits the sweet spot. Let's put it that way, and boom, I am out, and that's it. Lights out, and people are trying to shake me to get me up. In watching it back, I see the other refs helping me back, and they thought I was dead weighting them, playing a rib on them, and Danny Davis has me by the back of my pulling up my belt in the back, and my feet are dragging and stuff like that. And even when I got to the back, Danny gave me like, "Why were you dead weighting us out there?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You were dead weight." I said, "I don't remember." He said, "Come on." I said, "Danny, I was out." He says, "You were actually." I said, "Yeah." So as far as injury wise, that wasn't the worst. But as far cognitively, like I knocked myself out. But there's other stuff where yeah, I don't know, you can't see it here on the thing, but my thumb looks a little bigger here,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
especially in the joint. That thumb ended up down here one time in a match. I was sliding out of the ring, getting chased by the Legion of Doom, and the thumb ended up back here
Oh
like,
my
because it caught the ring apron. And I ended up finishing the match, believe it or not, counting left-handed. And when I got to the back, they said, "What's wrong with your thumb?" And it was like, "Oh my
God.
goodness."
It's dangling off my hand. That's what's wrong with it.
Yeah, there's a lot more to that afterwards, like me, the idiot, not thinking, because that happened in Toronto, and it was an afternoon show. And of course, back then this was before I got married and used to hang with the guys. So I met the guys up at the shop. We used to call it, had a coffee and stuff like that. They said, "Let's go see a movie." And here I am with this. Anyways,
So you
stupid
kept going
youngster.
throughout the day with this
Yeah.
thumb that clearly needed medical attention?
Yeah. And then
Uh,
of course, after the movie, you see my thumb looking like a football. He said, "Oh, okay, maybe I do need to go get this looked
I
at."
was gonna say, what movie was worth for your thumb to be
I,
permanently like this forever?
I wish I remember what the movie was.
No shit.
Yes, yeah, because I can't remember for the life of me. All I remember is this big thing, and they said, "Oh, you gotta go."
Oh my God.